Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video.
Okay, so we're back at Billy's grandparents today. And what I'm doing today is laying the floor down for them. We've put the underlay down already, as you can see. That just basically, it's like a foam material with a reflective surface on it to reflect the heat back up. So me and Yanis have laid that down already. And what I'm starting to do now is put the actual flooring down. So I've done a few cuts around there already. So we're going to continue. I've got another cut around the doorway, and then it goes quite quickly after that, because it's really just trimming the ends off and locking them into place and working your way back. So that's what we're up to this morning. So you ready to crack on?
Yes, let's crack on.
Good lad. Okay, so I'll just show you briefly. For those of you who've never laid this before, it's really simple. Obviously cutting around the doorways, and that's the most complicated bit. But once you've got that, worked out, coming across the floor goes really, really quickly. So you can go over a multiple of floorings, as long as your floor's level. As I say, this is it's like a polystyrene. I'll give you a little bit just to show you what this underlay is. It's just like a sponge, well, it's not a sponge, it's like a polystyrene type stuff. It's an insulation. And this side reflects the heat. So this side goes up, and the heat in the room comes off and bounces up, keeps the heat in the room. It's really quite thin. So as long as you've got a reasonably flat surface to lay this over, you can put it down over whatever you like. And how it locks together is quite unique when we're going around that way. If you can see, there's like a edge on there, and there's an edge which is the receiving edge. And all it does, it fits in and just locks down like that, and it locks it together perfectly. So it's really straightforward. So we're trying not to have, a join on a join. What I mean by that is, like brick fashion, usually bricks put together, and you've got where the join is, you'll have a whole brick and you'll have the joins, and it strengthens up the floor. So if you look down here, you can see we've got a join here, then we've got a full board. So our next board will be a full board, because we've got a cut here, which will come to there, like so that we're staggering the joins, which strengthens the floor. And that's about it, really. It's really straightforward. As I see that these lock in really easy to the next one. Simple as that. And that's locked in now, because it's got that little groove in there, which is like a little tongue that sits over the receiving end. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So I'll get Yanis, me and Yanis will start laying this down, and it won't take very long. The only cuts now at this point, apart from the back wall when we get to there, because I don't know where that'll be, is the ends. And when you cut one in half, you start it with that half cut, come all the way to the end, and then just measure what little piece needs to come off, cut that, and then you can start again. So it's really, really straightforward, really simple. So me and Yanis are going to crack on. Okay, also what I would like to say as well, it's really important is, when you're laying this type of flooring, you need to have an expansion gap. What I mean by that is, you don't want to cut it tight to the wall, because if you do, if it expands, it will all start buckling up. So with a 10mm gap, or thereabouts, it hasn't got to be precise, you know, approximately a 10mm gap all the way around the edge. If the floor wants to swell up when it gets damper throughout the season changes, it's got somewhere to go. Whereas if you butted it right against the wall and it tries to move, it will buckle and you'll end up, instead of it being nice and flat, they'll all start buckling up. If you've ever seen that in someone's house, that's why, because it didn't have an expansion gap. And the gap's quite easily disguised once the skirting goes back down. There's got a bit of skirting here just to show you. So if you can see the gap there, the skirting goes on, you'll never see it. So it's nice and flush on there. You'll never know, but underneath it, we've got room for expansion. So just thought I'd mention that, it's really important. If you don't do it, you're going to see why. Okay, so we've nearly finished the floor. We've come right to the end wall now. If you look down here, all we've got is a little tiny piece now to cut in, and then we'll be done. So it just means obviously measuring from the board to the back wall with a 10mm gap all the way along when we get this last bit in, and we'll be done ready for skirting board. So let's crack on. Okay, so we're nearly ready to fit the skirtings. Well, we are ready to fit the skirting. Just the reason why I say nearly ready is because I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's some white areas still where the roller hasn't gone down low enough. So if I take that down, you'll see what I mean. See, there's some white bits here. So it's easier to paint that bottom edge in first, and then we'll put the skirting board on, rather than put the skirting board on and then try and cut the paint line into the top of the skirting. And we'll get it on the skirting then. So I'm going to get Yanis just to run round the bottom quickly with the paint. I doubt if it will dry because we're in the afternoon now, but then first thing in the morning I'll be able to come and we can fix all the skirting boards up as well. I believe Rita, sorry I couldn't remember her name, I believe she's gone with Sherry to pick some architrave up for the doors as well. I need to fit that on first, and then as that comes down the wall, the skirting board fits into that. So I can't do round the doors yet till the architrave's on. So I believe that's where they've gone this afternoon to pick that up. So hopefully that will be here. So in the morning, we can put the architraves round the door frames. Then we can fit all the skirting, and we're pretty much ready to go. There's the caps, the plug fronts have got to go on the plugs as well, but that's quite a simple job. That's a 10-minute job really to put them back on. And then they're pretty much ready to move into their bedroom. So we've managed to get all the flooring done now. We're going to have a good clear up. I'll clear all this up while Yanis is doing the painting. And then, as I say, in the morning, we'll be able to fill it all up. So we better crack on again. Okay, right, so we've finished all the flooring now. Yanis has gone round, he's done all the painting, all ready for us in the morning. That'll be dry by the morning. So it's about as far as we can get today. It's come to the end of the day now as well, so I'm pleased how the floor went down. It's all nice and tight, the joins are good. So yes, that's about it for today, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see you in the morning.
Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
Good lad.